Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to World Cup Fantasy Football 2022. In today's video, I want to look at my team, seeing how well they performed in Matchday 1, then we move ahead to Matchday 2. So if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and drop a like on the video as it helps my channel out a lot. Here we go. So for Matchday 1, I got 47 points so far, around the 250k mark, and I think yesterday I was around the 50k. It hasn't gone the way that I thought that it was going to go. And I think looking at this team, I'm around maybe 1.5 return, then I would have been a little bit more happy. So it hasn't been the best return for Matchday 1, but we still got a lot of games left for us to get a lot of points to get to a rank that we want to get to. And looking at this team, as you can see, the strike force actually performed really well. So, that's why I went with one of the boosters, which is the 12th man. Went with Mbappe, and he's got an assist and a goal to his name, giving me 9 points. So the strikers actually performed really well, and that's why I went with the boost to kind of get all of the players that I really wanted. Messi got a goal for Argentina, could have got more, but Saudi Arabia actually done really well. Beat Argentina 2-1. Kane got 2 assists. England played really well against Iran, and I got Neymar left to play. That is my captain, so hopefully he can get a big return. For my defense, I got Sosa, that is 3.5 from Croatia, got me a clean sheet. Mali was a little bit disappointing, 4.5. Denmark player got a clean sheet against Tunisia, and Dumfries from Netherlands, that is 6 million, got a clean sheet as well. So it's kind of good to have at least 3 of your defenders getting a clean sheet. That kind of helps out with the team. But the midfielders, we've got Bergwijn with 2. We got Olsen with 2. We got Kimmich with 1. Hazard with 2. So I went with Hazard instead of Kevin De Bruyne. I thought I'll go for a big differential. That did not work. I went for Kimmich as well as another differential. That did not work. These things can happen. I bought in Di Maria in my team, 26% owned, quite high. Again, no return. Trippier with 1, highly owned, so it doesn't really matter too much. And I got Otamendi as a little bit of a small differential of mine that actually performed really badly. As for the goalkeepers, I just went with one main goalkeeper. So I bought the Qatar goalkeeper, that is 4 million. Saw him starting, so I thought, you know what, the player's starting, might as well bring him in. And then I went with another goalkeeper that is 3.5 that, is not going to play. I just went with that cheap player to kind of use the money elsewhere. So looking at this team, I think I would have loved to have one more extra return for the team that I have. If I was around 55 points or something like that, I would have been quite happy. But I still got Neymar as my captain, and the ranks are still close, so it doesn't really matter too much. And there's been a lot of shocks, Argentina being beaten by Saudi Arabia, Japan beating Germany. There's been, it has been entertaining. So I'm actually enjoying the World Cup. But this game, I'm not sure if I'm enjoying it that much because there's a lot of glitches. There's a lot of things that you can do that you shouldn't do. The game doesn't update properly. I think there's still points we are waiting for us to have. It's quite difficult to track, so I'm just gonna enjoy it. I done one transfer just to see what will happen. So I removed Di Maria, and as you can see, I bought in just any player really. Wilson from Wales, that's 6 million, and I got 2.5 million left to kind of use. So it looks like when you make a transfer, there's a lot of talks about locked players and unlocked players. I wish this wasn't the case, it just makes it more difficult. And basically some people, they, with a locked player like Di Maria, let's just say that player played, you take that 1 point, cool, and then you can substitute, you can do a transfer, remove that player, just get any kind of 4.5 and use that money that you got in your budget now because you removed Di Maria, that is 8.5, and upgrade a player that you have that is unlocked, meaning that player has still got a game left, and upgrade him to like most people just upgraded one of their cheap midfielders like 4.5 or 5 million to like Kevin De Bruyne. It's just weird. It's just not, I don't like it. So, I don't know if I'm going to keep this team for match day 2. And as you can see, I can't really do any changes until this minutes goes and out. So we've got 6 hours and 32 minutes left until we can make any kind of transfers or changes to my team. As you can see, I can't do it. So looking at this team, Otamendi, I do not want. It's against Mexico, and that is not that's not what I want to see. Poland's got something to play for. They really want to win this game as well against Argentina. Mexico as well, I've got to remove. For Croatia, it's the same. I was going to say good fixture against Canada, but Canada has performed really well against Belgium. Belgium couldn't. They were outplayed against Canada. So I don't know if I even want a Croatian defense for this match. So that's 2. Melee, yeah, great player, right? Maybe against Australia, but not now. I know that I said that I was going to wildcard in match day 3, but I think I need to make some changes now. Because there's already 3 players that I don't think they're going to be able to keep a clean sheet for me against France. Dumfries, yes, I do want to keep, and great fixture against Qatar as well. But if Netherlands actually does well against Ecuador, then he might not be an option for me in match day 3. So I might use his money elsewhere and upgrade someone else. And yeah, I would like to keep Trippier. I think this is an okay fixture. I'm not sure if England's going to be able to keep a clean sheet, but you just never know. Bergwijn, there might be another player that I might want instead of him, and maybe bring like, you know, Netherlands players later on. But if they already went through, then I might need to remove, right? Olsen as well went for match day 1. To be honest, I created a team where it's kind of balanced. So attacking match day 1 and a little bit of match day 2. But as you can see, it didn't really do well, and I need to. And like I mentioned before as well, we've got to see how teams actually perform. You already saw lots of different things that's happened, and we've got to make those adjustments. I think making those adjustments now is the best thing to do. I brought in Wilson. I could have, you know what, I actually want Bale instead, but if Bale's a striker, then that's going to cause me a problem. So there's quite a few players there. Messi, I do want to keep because he's got to do well against Mexico. And you know what? Argentina could have got more goals. There's a lot of offside decisions that could have went their way as well, and they could have got more goals. Like first half, it was Argentina actually had a lot of, you know, offsides and lots of goals disallowed. Kane has got a little bit of an injury. Hopefully he's fine for this game against Newcastle, USA. If he's not, I've got to remove, right? So that's another player there. And instead of Kane, I actually want to go for Mbappe because I do want to bring like Saka or something like that. We'll go through some of the other players. Neymar, I do want to keep. Hopefully he's not injured like in this game that he's going to play today. Hazard, I might keep or I might remove because Morocco could be a difficult fixture for them. So they have not been performing well as well. And then Kimmich against Spain. Man, Spain has been performing really well. I really want at least like Torres or someone from their player squad to actually have in our team to actually, go with because they're just doing really well. And the goalkeeper situations, I do want 2 now. I actually want 2 main goalkeepers, cheap players that I have seen that I can bring into my team. So I think I'm going to wildcard. So I'm not sure exactly who. So I'm just going to go through some of the players. So Saka, 8 million. I know these players performed well. They might not perform again, but you can see some of the players that actually done well that could be useful. I'm not saying every single player that done well here that is going to be my team. Like, how do you actually you know what? I'm not gonna butcher his name, but I'm not gonna bring this player in. That is 6.5 right now because I don't think he's gonna do well in the next game. You know, things like that. So because some players actually done well and performed better than they should. But yeah, like Saka. If I remove Kane, I can go and get Saka as an England cover. And Trippier, that would be quite good. Olmo could be an option for me. That is 8 million. That kind of helps out. I know it's against Germany, but Germany, it's just not how they used to be. Torres could be a fantastic option. 10 points. He's on penalties as well. 7 million as the price tag. But the problem is, I want Neymar, I want Messi, and I want Mbappe. So Torres might not actually help out there. Mbappe is a player that I really want. Even here, like against Tunisia, even if France beats Denmark, they got 6 points. Yes, I guess they can rotate, but sometimes they might not, right? So we'll see. Jordi Alba could be a great option. Like I mentioned before, Gundogan is on penalties. Goalkeepers that I can go for. So let's just quickly do this. Let's just see if there's any cheap goalkeepers that we can go for. So we've got a couple of cheap goalkeepers that is 4 million that could keep a clean sheet that I want to go with and bring into my team. That is going to help me out. You know, the Ecuador goalkeeper as well. The Uruguayan goalkeeper, that's 4 million. So I can bring them in and swap them around. So those are the players that I'm looking at for the defense. Let's have a quick look on some of these defense here. So let's see the upcoming fixtures. So the upcoming fixtures, here we go. So I've got Netherlands as well. Continue with that. Maybe Senegal against Qatar. Could be players that I could bring, like maybe Ismail Sarr from Senegal. Bell could be a great option as well against Iran. For here, France, French players need to keep Messi. Japan's been playing really well, so maybe one or two of their players could go for. Canada, I really like the way they played, so some of their players that I could look out for. Spain, like Torres, like I mentioned. I'm not sure about any of these teams here, but definitely keeping the Brazilian players. I might bring in a Brazilian defender and so on. So I'm looking into it. There's a chance that I will wildcard in Matchday 2 and set my team up for Matchday 3, but I've got to wait for this transfers. But let me know in the comments below what you think. How well have you done? Are you enjoying this World Cup? Are you enjoying this game? Because this game has been a little bit frustrating to me. There's a lot of issues that we need to sort out. But I think maybe 1 or 2 changes, I could sort the team out and then wildcard in Matchday 3, because there's quite a lot of really good fixtures there as well that we could look out for and attack, because then we know who's through. So like France, right? If they're through, let's just say they're through, right? And they're the top spot. They would never, they won't get second. They're guaranteed to be top. And then they've got the third match. They've got to rotate, right? They've got to rest Mbappe. They don't want to risk that. I'm pretty certain. Why would you want to risk it? So we've got to look out for those. There are advantages using it in Matchday 3. So I will see with the players that I have, with the players that I mentioned that I might bring into my team on a wild card. I'll see if I can bring them in with maybe a -4 or something like that. So, and I wish I didn't make this Wilson change. I just thought, let me have a look on how the transfer works here and how the, what was it called? The glitch or whatever it's called again works. Yeah, just went with him. I do want a Welsh player there, but yeah, we will see. It hasn't gone the best. We'll hope that Neymar will get a big return today, and we'll see. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.